Coming up right now, an SUV flips at the beach and ejects the driver right in the ocean. Did he survive? Well, I'll tell you about what happened.
Also coming up, some people go to Costco for the $1.50 hot dog and a drink, while others are now signing up for a new weight loss program. We've got more on how the wholesaler is making way for popular weight loss prescriptions.
All right, a little bit later on, is Lizzo backtracking about her quitting the music industry? Her latest statement has many wondering what's next.
Daily Flash starts right now.
Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
I'm Mitch English, welcoming you to Daily Flash. We got a whole hour of Daily Flash goodness heading your way for this Thursday. We're so happy to have you here, rather. And Matt Doolittle has been a busy little beaver for his little honeymoon. I left on the honeymoon right after the wedding. You guys wait a little while. How's the planning going?
We gave it a month or so. We're going next in May to Greece for a week on a cruise ship.
That's
out
the
there.
word.
And I've already been given an itinerary, a layout. Everything's
Yeah.
on a spreadsheet. It's ready to go. And I'm like, can we just relax on this trip? Because we went to Europe last summer, and it was go, 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 go. And I'm like, can we just enjoy this?
I could tell, maybe just say, listen, let's put in some free time.
Yes.
You know, the buffer time. And that way she gets to plan it, but then you're also like kind of making a nice
We're
little
going
buffer.
to some volcano that's got a spa with it, and then some like black beaches and all this crazy
The
things.
black sand beaches.
Black
with
sand beaches.
From the
Yeah.
lava.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, you got to be careful.
Exactly.
That doesn't matter. I was just trying to protect you.
But in her defense, she probably has to make sure that you book specific times for these things, and in doing so, you got to schedule a little bit.
This is our show. We know what's
Yeah.
going on. Matt, that's why we have these
Yeah.
things.
Oh, you don't pay attention to it
I
either.
don't either. But that's why we have them. We have them.
Exactly. So there is a new dating theory that is getting a lot of attention on social media. It's called the Black Cat Golden Retriever dating theory.
Okay.
You ready for this
All right.
one?
I'm okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
Okay,
Let's
so
see.
one gal says the key to a successful marriage is the women have to be a black cat, meaning they have to be mysterious and aloof, and the man has to be more like the golden retriever who chases after the woman and
makes
is
sense.
energetic and lovable. Because if a woman ends up, in a relationship where the man's not chasing her, she's not happy.
Because it feels like they're getting the attention, or I have
Because
something to offer, kind of a situation.
I think twofold. They're not being pursued when they should be pursued. Instead, they're the pursuer.
Makes
and
sense, okay.
there's a power dynamic shift, which some people say could be the end of a relationship. Now, others are saying this is a toxic way to look at male-female relationships, or any relationship for that matter, when it comes to long-term commitment.
So I was doing basically learning these steps. Peeing in somebody's carport. Being like most black cats do, and then chasing after a stick is basically how you get people together.
Yes, marking your territory.
And you got to keep sniffing her butt like the
That I know.
So
What makes it even weirder, man. I was doing it all wrong. But it worked out for me, so that's great. Hey, check this out. You're going to want to stop and look at your TV screen, okay? A beach driver in Kuwait mistook the shore for a speedway, and the guy behind the wheel actually managed to flip his SUV on a public beach. It then rolled over the SUV, sending the driver flying out the window. Here's the video. You're going to want to watch this. The driver shows the cruiser coming toward the camera down the beach. Before swerving a few times, driver loses control.
Oh my!
Wow,
oh my
right?
goodness.
Rolls out of its roof, then rolls over a few more times before the driver thrown out of the window from the force of the crash. Unclear if the person recording the video is doing it for the driver, or if they just happen to be a bystander pointing the camera in the right direction. Driver, get this, Jackson. Driver was able, at this point he's not a driver, he's a swimmer, was able to get up and walk away from it. Later checking into a hospital. They only just had a few aches and pains. My only theory is that water saved his life, because it stopped the blow of hitting the ground, right?
And how about the guy that was standing there on the shoreline and jumped to get out of his way? I mean, that could have been a bad situation all the way around.
And Matt and I and all the guys, when we were looking at this, we're in that age. Is it real or is it AI? And everybody's saying
frame the other day, going, okay, the window's
okay,
open.
right.
okay, there's a dent in the hood. It looks like it actually flipped.
Yeah.
I'm still skeptical about that.
As you should be. I think
we have
moving
to be,
forward,
right.
we have to be in this.
We can't say for sure
No.
100% if this was not AI, but all signs point to it. And the guy's okay. So
Wear your
It's like the
seatbelt.
magic
wear your
eight-
seatbelt is
yeah.
the best thing to
It's
get
like
out
the
of it.
magic 8 ball of stories these days. Could be true. Maybe it is. Ask later. I don't know. Costco's launched a subscription-based weight loss program for members and non-members, and it includes access to popular prescription weight loss drugs. The wholesaler announced that members will pay as low as $179 for a 3-month subscription to utilize resources from their healthcare partner, Sesame. Non-Costco members can enjoy the same benefits for just $195. Sesame claims it's the most affordable weight loss program in the U.S. According to the company, patients could lose 5% of their body weight within 3 months, 10% in 6 months, and 15% in a year if they stick with their individual programs that have been designed for them.
Okay, we showed Ozempic on there. Is this part of the
Ozempic
treatment?
and Wegovy, all of those popular trendy
Wow.
weight loss drugs are a part of this program.
And where we hear so many things about Ozempic and what happens afterwards, yeah, you will be able to do that. Not to take the concentration away from the fact that a bulk place is actually offering prescriptions.
Yeah.
But it does show that a lot of people, you included, I know you love Costco, is that there's so many things that are available there now, including now pharmacy, right? And and Matt's excited because he gets all his drugs in bulk now, which is
Just one big pallet of drugs.
they just come beep, 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 just drop
You
it
know,
off.
what I love is you can get a 10-gallon thing of mayonnaise and then go get your Ozempic, and they cancel out, right?
Right, 100%.
They really do. Yes, yes. And you have the drink and the dog for $1.50, and then you can gas up, and you can also book a vacation.
I think more and more places like Costco are up against your Amazon, which also has pharmacy options that
That's
they're able to
right.
do too. So they're realizing there's lots of money, which tells us everything that
Yeah.
there is so much money in medicine and these different things that come out.
And maybe they're trying to get into the preventative maintenance world of healthcare so that you get things under control before it gets too out of control.
Before you buy like a case of Fruit Loops,
Exactly.
which is ironic, right?
Right. Well, last week we reported that Lizzo quit. She said she
Yeah.
was done. Now she's doing a little backtracking on her statement. Take a look.
I want to make this video because I just need to clarify. When I say I quit, I mean I quit giving any negative energy attention. What I'm not going to quit is the joy of my life, which is making music, which is connecting to people. Because I know I'm not alone. In no way, shape, or form am I the only person who is experiencing that negative voice that seems to be louder than the positive.
That goes to the, let's hurry up, let's say something and not think it out so we can get a reaction. And then now it sounded like she was backtracking to me. I'm sorry. It sounds like, why would you give up that meal card that is the music business that is going to give you that?
Yes.
I'm going to help.
You know, but here's my question. To me, it seemed like it was a sympathy move. Like, feel sorry for me.
Yeah.
People are hating on me. I'm going to quit and walk away. So then she gets all these people to say, no, you're fabulous. Don't quit. We love you. And so now all of a sudden she's like, well, I really didn't mean I was going to quit.
I'm not saying that she is, but this is a very, very classic narcissistic thing to do, is that let's push it, feel sorry for me, be a victim, number one. Now she's a victim. And if these things that she had, that people are saying that she said about her backup dancers, and which is even more ironic, saying that they're getting too big for her to be doing the dancing thing. And now that puts it back on them almost.
Yeah.
It's like, look what you made me do, get out of this industry.
Right.
And it's sad to see that sort of thing, but it's rampant in Hollywood.
I guess, too, we're in this level of full disclosure about everything. And I think sometimes discretion is usually best.
I think you're right. I love that. Something I've learned through
It's
the
a
years.
lost art, really.
When you agree, I think that's
Yeah.
something like I have stopped many times. I know just 5 seconds ago I didn't, but I'm doing much better, okay?
Yes.
Here is something cool. Kevin Bacon coming back for one last prom at Payson High School before the building is turned down. Take a look.
But the movie and Payson High School was a big part of my life, and I've been amazed at the work that all of you have been putting into this with the, the musical and the flash mobs and the recreations and the it hasn't gone unnoticed by me, not to mention the fact that you've tied in 6degrees.org, our foundation, and are trying to figure out ways to give back to your community. It's really inspirational. So thank you, and I'm going to come. I got to come.
All right, they've worked hard to get him there, so he's coming as well. And by the way, the place where they actually had the prom in the movie, it was Lehigh Roller Mills, which was a factory, and that's where you did all the gymnastics stuff too. But this was the high school that they did right there in Utah.
He's such a good guy.
I love him, man.
him.
He's a great guy. We have more Flash coming up right after this. Hey, welcome back, everybody. You know, meditation has been shown to help people of all ages deal with stress and even actually create a sense of calm, right? New study out actually revealing that meditation can actually significantly improve the well-being of older adults. So joining us right now to talk about these benefits is yoga instructor and life coach, Radha Metro Medkiv. Hello there.
Hi.
Welcome to our show. You look nice and relaxed.
I am relaxed all the time.
I love this. When I think of meditation, because I'm, now that I've learned a little bit more about it, but before I've grown older. Thank you. Most people when they think of meditation, they're thinking they got to wear linen and cross their legs and sit in a room and hit bowls and stuff like that. That's not necessarily the case, right? I mean, meditation. What is it overall, and what does it do for us?
Yeah, what I love about meditation is it's so simple and easy, and you can do it kind of anywhere, anytime. I mean, I live in New York City. The subway is a great place to meditate. You just kind of, you're writing and you just close your eyes and start repeating, whatever sort of mantra or positive thought you want to repeat, and you can do it anywhere. I was just reading a study the other day. I love that you brought up this study because they were saying that if you start to have memory issues, one of the things you really need to start avoiding is multitasking.
Oh, really?
I do a lot of multitasking.
Wow.
And they were saying that the cure for multitasking is actually mindfulness meditation.
Okay, and explain what mindful meditation is. And then since we've been talking about it, how is this helping older individuals? Because, we're the ones that actually forget. My hand in the heavens, I was walking in the back there, and I'm like, why am I here? Why am I here? So would meditation help me? Yeah, multitasking, 100%. Yeah.
Mitch, I totally feel you. I'm 51 and I've started to notice my memory is not quite what it used to be.
Right.
I know I have a little ways to go before retirement, but I still, even for me, who has been doing this work for my whole life, I really find that even I fall into like habits of, multitasking. So the key is when your mind is going in all these different directions, right? We start to our short-term memory has issues retaining what it needs to retain.
Okay.
And so what they're saying is if we can practice this mindfulness meditation, then we can actually focus our minds and improve our short-term memory. So the simplest thing to do is just pick one word, one phrase, one thing, and just keep repeating it. And when your mind kind of wanders off to doing something else, what you're going to do is you're going to bring it back to that one phrase. In integral yoga, we use the phrase Om Shanti.
Om.
This actually means Om peace.
Okay.
And they also are doing a lot of studies on how sounds can actually affect your nervous system. So that's why we pick some kind of mantra like Om Shanti, because when you actually say Shanti, you actually create vibrations in your body that actually can affect calming your nervous system and focusing your mind.
Interesting.
What about, we're talking about, kind of memory and emotional benefits, but what about the physical health benefits to meditation?
So the physical health benefits are amazing because you actually can calm down the nervous system. You can lower your blood pressure. You can affect even things like cholesterol. They know that high cholesterol is related to stress.
Wow.
And so when our minds are going crazy and we're thinking all these stressful thoughts, one thing that people don't realize is you can actually control what you think. And so when we actually practice these mindfulness meditation techniques, we're actually training our mind to come back and think what we want it to think, as opposed to thinking what it wants to think. And when we train it to think thoughts that are positive and supportive, we actually release chemicals into our body like dopamine, serotonin, all of these things we use for antidepressants, but we can actually release those into our bodies through doing the meditation practice.
That makes complete sense. And it seems like anything that's where it's getting you to concentrate on your being, just your being altogether, it's got to be beneficial for you. A lot of people, as I mentioned earlier, think, you got to get linen in pants and cross your legs, but actually,
Incense
and incense on.
Gongs, the
right,
whole
and all of
shebang.
that good stuff. But there's actually, are there simple exercises that maybe seniors or maybe even like us, we can actually do at home that coincide with what you're speaking about?
Yeah, so one of the things I like to do before I start my meditation is just to do like a quick little stretch.
Okay.
And one of the things about this particular stretching sequence is that we can actually start to reverse the stress response just by doing this sequence. And so all it involves is a backward bend, a forward bend, and a twist. So I'm just going to push my
Okay.
camera just a little bit away from me.
All right.
And we're going to just reach up. So I want you guys to do this with me. Reach up to the sky. And I want you to just lean back in your chair.
Oh,
look
yeah.
up. Yo,
Hallelujah.
and then we're going to bend forward. You're kind of going to not see me for a minute, but you're going to bend forward and just feel that stretch in your lower back, then coming back up. And we're just going to twist around. So you're going to twist around, grab kind of the back of your chair, twist, look over your shoulder.
Our chairs
Look at you
move.
guys, twisting. Well, don't let your chair move.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cheating, Mitch. You don't get to have your chair do the work for you.
caught you.
And then come back to center. And just doing that simple exercise can already start to reverse your stress response in your body. And then you're primed for meditation. And for meditation, all you have to do, sit still, close your eyes, just start repeating Om Shanti or Om
Shanti.
Peace, whatever feels good to you.
About serenity
And just
now.
repeat it. Serenity now. Oh my gosh, Mitch, that's one of my favorites.
Mine too. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm messing up the mojo here. I'm sorry. Okay.
Here's the thing.
Serenity now is perfect. Serenity now. Serenity now.
If I start to meditate, though, all of a sudden I find myself doing a grocery list, and I've got 100 other things I've got to do, so I can't quite stay
Yeah.
on the track.
Well, which goes back to the multitasking.
Yeah.
What you're saying, it makes complete sense. Just don't do that when you're driving, because here on I-4 is very stressful. I love these ideas.
Definitely not when you're driving.
It's just small
And just
little
to
things.
speak to you, yeah. So when your mind starts to wander, you don't have to resist it. All you have to do is just gently bring it back to what you're repeating.
Oh, okay.
And so if you resist it, then it causes more stress and like pushing against your mind. You don't want to resist it. You just want to say gently, like a little dog or animal.
Got it.
Come back over here gently.
Radha, thank you so much. More information, yogaville.org. I feel less stressed just speaking to you, and I'm going to do more of those little things. Palms.
Serenity.
Yay, thank you so
Serenity
much
now!
for having me.
More Flash right after this. Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. Mitch English here. It's time for us to check in with Tony Toscano to find out what's coming out of Hollywood and straight to your screen, no matter what size you're going to watch it on. With the latest, here's Tony.
Thanks, Mitch. Streaming on most video-on-demand platforms is the action thriller Cold Meat. It stars Nina Bergman.
Here you go. My mother told me that humans are capable of the best and the worst.
I am not done talking!
She was wrong. Some are only capable of the worst. The natives have a legend about those people. A legend as old as the mountains of this region. They say that in time of famine, an evil spirit comes out of the woods to possess those who had cannibalized the flesh of their peers.
In the film, a man passing through the Colorado Rockies saves a waitress from her violent ex-husband. But when he hits the icy road again, he crashes into a ravine and soon realizes the blizzard is the least of his worries.
Was it a claustrophobic kind of shoot?
Oh, beyond claustrophobic. But how wonderful to use that. You know what I mean? I have I'm traumatized from growing up with 3 older brothers, and they would, do things where I remember they'd put me in a suitcase and then they would swing me around and, open the suitcase, and I'll be, they would do, that's what older brothers do when they have a little annoying sister like me.
Cold Meat is an unexpected thriller with some solid twists and turns as the story progresses. Despite a few pacing issues, the film is well worth your time to see. Again, Cold Meat is streaming on most video-on-demand platforms and gets a B. It's not rated. Also online is the modern western, The Stolen Valley.
The only way out is to go out guns blazing, you understand? I don't want to shoot them. Well, they don't exactly share your morals. No! You just can't shoot everyone. You want to go get this money or not?
I'm sorry, Lupe. But this is the only way to save her.
To save her dying mother, Lupe, a Mexican Navajo mechanic, bands together with an outlaw cowgirl. Together, they must travel across the desert, outrun criminals, and confront a corrupt landowner. I chatted with the film stars Brisa Cornubis and Ali Sutton Heathcote.
They're going to get some incredible views of what sisterhood can look like, you know, and I really hope, I know this because this is how I felt, but I'm going to just wish it for everyone. There's going to be a lot of people who have never seen themselves represented in a film, and for the first time, they're going to see themselves, hear themselves.
And so I think it'll be exciting for women. I think it'll be really, like you said, like Julian Joyner and Wexley were our incredible stunt performers and helped and stunt coordinated, and we just got to do amazing things I don't think that really women have gotten to do in film, and especially not in this genre.
The Stolen Valley is a well-written and acted modern Western offering up a deep and intriguing storyline. Do yourself a favor and check this one out. Again, it's streaming on most video-on-demand platforms and gets an A. It's rated PG-13. For the Daily Flash, I'm film critic Tony Toscano.
Welcome to this week's Daily Digits. Your first one is 93%. I never had this problem when I went to my interviews at 16 or a year later at Finish Line, but 93% of Gen Zers didn't show up for their interviews. Then after that, 87% of them didn't even show up for their first day of work. Well, what's the reason? Many of them, according to an Indeed survey, say, "I feel in charge of my career." Many of the big box stores say this is why they're falling apart and why many of your malls will be going away, because they can't find anybody between 16 and 21 to fill those spots. Now, your next number today is 1 million. Super genius and space nerd Elon Musk has a game plan to send 1 million people to Mars starting in 2029. The world's richest man says, "We are mapping out a game plan to get 1 million people to Mars. Civilizations only passes the single planet great filter when Mars can survive, even if Earth supply ships stop coming." That's Elon Musk speak, so whatever, it makes sense in his world, which he said on his platform X. Look, and I hope when we get there, we're greeted by this. "Hey, Willie, you won't believe the cat tacos up here." Ha! I mean, Mitch, 1 million people to Mars by 2029 are starting that. That's a little ambitious, even for old Elon there.
Here's what I think is very, very ambitious. 2 impersonations in 1 Daily Digits. I mean, that's like, and Alf and Elon Musk, who actually don't sound too far off from each other.
They don't, and you know what? I kind of trust Alf a little more. I'm not for his eating cat stance, because, cat owner, but I trust Alf a little more. They're both aliens.
At least Alf will keep whatever social media thing he buys, keep the same name, by all means.
Yep.
On that. All right, thank you there, Matt. Of course, if you want to check out anything you've seen here on the show, why don't you just join us on our website? It's dailyflashshow.com. There you can find not only these interviews, but also information and links. That's dailyflashshow.com. Check it out. We got more Daily Flash right around the corner. Stick around.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hi, everyone. I'm Andrea Jackson.
I am Mitch English. We're welcoming you to Daily Flash. We have just so happy to have you here. One thing I know about Jackson is that you're more of a dog mom, and you have these beautiful, beautiful dogs, and always have. Weimaraner, right?
Weimaraner.
I can never say it
Weimaraner
right.
and a German short-hair pointer.
And so they're just lovable pets. I have never been a pet person. I am now a cat person by
default.
By marriage, yeah. And Matt, there's no doubt if you follow him, because
Instagram is just my cat.
His cat has an Instagram, which shows what he does in his part-time, his spare time. But anyway, you're going to like this story, Maddie. In Mexico City, they have made a declaration that 19 feral cats that have been hanging around basically the National Palace now will have food and full care forever. The cats can mate, and their children and their kittens will be able to do that. They say that these cats are going to now be a symbol of the National Palace, and they're called living fixed assets, is how they got the government to pay for it, which generally kind of is like things, like buildings or office things. These are assets and that sort of thing. But what is interesting about this is the fact that Mexico City and that area is really kind of attached to the Aztec culture, and they actually honored those hairless dogs and for centuries and centuries and centuries. And matter of fact, even their masters back in the day would be buried even if the dog was still alive with the dog.
Really? Ooh.
Yeah. So it's a big deal for them to go from following these hairless dogs to actually now saying the cats are now a national treasure. Running the palace. And it's similar. You've been to Key West, right?
I was just going to say the Ernest Hemingway house. Yeah.
Yes, and
it's
they're
so
there.
cool.
And
those are the cats that have the
I was just
extra
going to say the same thing too. Yeah.
Sorry.
They have an extra thumb.
Yeah.
Right. And if you ever go down there, stay away from them. Just if they come up to you, because the tour guides will get mad.
The chickens are the jerks in Key West.
Well, yeah, they do. They have a bit of an attitude. The chickens.
They got a problem.
I'm going to have jerk chicken for lunch. Actually.
Oh, come on now.
Let's see what you did there.
I see what I did.
It was nice.
All right, let's jump into some trending news.
Let's do it. A beach driver in Kuwait mistook the shore for a speedway. The guy behind the wheel managed to flip an SUV on a public beach. Now, the rollover sent the driver flying out the window and into the ocean. Check out this video. It shows the cruiser coming toward the camera down the beach before swerving a few times. Nearly missed another beachgoer. The driver loses control, and the SUV rolls onto its roof, rolls over several more times. Yeah. And then he walks away from this thing gingerly, but he walks away. Unclear if the person recording the video was doing it for the driver on purpose or if they just happened to be a bystander pointing the camera in the right direction at the right time.
Why you do that? You don't need to be on the beach doing that sort of thing.
But you guys brought up a really good point in that you weren't sure this was actually real.
Yeah, you almost don't, when you see it, you're like, do I want to send this? Because I don't know if this is real or not.
There's that one guy that does those like YouTube, Instagram videos. He's done like professional commercials now where you see him like go through different scenarios and he just like, that's what that looked like to me. Is like, there's some frames off, but we went by it like bit by bit.
It looks, to me it looks real.
Even that short of water though, you think he would have broken something and like hit the ground. Like, that doesn't look real.
And the way he landed, sort of like bottom side up, the best way he could land possible, he did that. I mean, there is a new business that's kind of burgeoning as far as AI goes, and that is companies are now investing in technology to verify whether something is AI or not.
I think, and to where now you'll have to really use that as a source for anything, maybe even all the way from down to the news to maybe something you might get in the mail or an offer or that sort of thing.
You think he had the Dukes of Hazzard thing blasting while he was doing that? What kind of song do you have going when you're doing that?
Yeah, what do you play with that?
That's like AC/DC or something, I think.
Something with water would be involved in it.
He must have been rocking out to something.
The best thing about that video is that it tells you the importance of seatbelts.
Yes.
Number one. I mean, they've spent all this money to make cars safer. And all I ask you to do is just drive safe and wear a seatbelt. And this guy didn't either one of them.
Well, you've worked in local news, as have I, and sometimes you go to these car accidents and they're very concerning, and sometimes they don't end up so well. But what happens is if you cover one of them and somebody flies out the window, they usually lose their shoes.
Yeah, it's true. You're 100% right.
From the impact of the force.
Which tells you how strong that is as well. All right, we're going to have some great stuff right around the corner if you stick around watching Daily Flash. Welcome back. It's time for some air, land, and sea. It's time for a little bit of flash travel. Boy, it is a beautiful thing this time of year, am I right? The fact that it's beautiful time of the year makes it even better. You're probably putting together your spring or maybe your spring break travel plans, and today we're going to talk about some of the things that's going to make your spring travel go as smoothly as the warmer weather sets in. Or at least you hope the warmer weather is going to be there when you get there. It's sometimes a little tricky as to what you're going to bring during spring travel. So you might want to overdo it when it comes to packing, right? Check this out. A set of packing cubes will actually help you roll your luggage around. Most of these come as sets with 4 to 6 bags for items like tops, bottoms, underwear, shoes, even toiletries. And they're made with a transparent mesh to help you see your belongings without unzipping anything or tearing through your luggage. You can can get them for less than 15 bucks as well. All right, okay, all right. You might be getting a lot of your stuff into the luggage, so much so that your bag might actually become overweight. Then you got to pay extra. Well, a digital luggage scale and weigh luggage up to about 110 pounds. And it's perfect for anyone who's never thought of using anything else other than the airport scale, or anyone who actually has been kind of eyeballing it this whole time. This costs about 15 bucks, so well worth the investment. A buckled luggage strap can actually hook onto your suitcase to carry your purse, a laptop bag, a jacket, or more. Take your time making it your way to the boarding gate without worrying about leaving anything behind. They only are going to cost you about 10 bucks. Well worth it. All right, this one might seem a little overkill, but when you realize about how many devices you need to charge up, you're going to thank me. Check out this 6-port USB charger to allow you to plug in several devices at once. Also minimize the amount of charging blocks you would throw in your suitcase. I'm almost positive you're going to end up losing one or two before the trip's over. This is going to cost you about 30 bucks, but remember, you can still use this around your house. Just got to take it with you on your trip. All right, next up, be safe, even in your hotel room. These things are becoming more and more popular. It is a portable door lock. It helps you feel a little safe when you're at your home away from home. Only takes a few seconds to install without tools, and it's also very easy to remove when you're ready to start to get out to explore the city. Making the most out of any trip is very important, but ensuring your safety is the highest priority. Finally, AirTags. They're about 25 bucks a piece. Yeah, Apple has theirs, but there are others that you can get, such as Tile. A pack of 4 Apple AirTags is going to cost you about 85 bucks. But remember, you're going to know where your wallet is, your luggage, your sunglass case, whatever, is always located at. I put one in my toiletry bag because it goes in my luggage, and for some reason, I always seem to forget my bag in the bathroom when I take a shower, so it'll remind me to do that. These are some great things and essentials that you can take. All right, what's a flash travel without a travel hack, right? Looking to do an Airbnb? Here's one Instagrammer that has a great hack that's going to save you some cash.
One of the best travel hacks to get cheap stays when you're traveling, which is a little bit risky but has big rewards, is that you don't book your Airbnb until the last minute, and then maybe a day or 2 days in advance you find Airbnbs in the area that you want to go to and message the owner asking them for a negotiated rate, because no one was anyway booking the Airbnb in the next one day, and if you're willing to take it, they might give you a much better cost. This works for me at least 90% of the times. Let me show you the Airbnb I've just booked at 60% of the cost in Finland. So I've literally paid 6,500 rupees for a 2-bedroom apartment in Finland with a garden and a freaking sauna which is inside the house. This is insane. You would otherwise pay 20 euros for a sauna.
All right, now remember, she says it almost works every time, so be sure you're flexible when you can use that hack, all right? All right, what about your hacks? Do you have any? Well, check this out. We want to hear from you. Why not join us by commenting on our Facebook page? Just look for Flash Travel TV on Facebook and leave your comment. An even faster way is just to go to flashtraveltv.com, and it'll take you directly there. That does it for Flash Travel. We got more Daily Flash coming up right around the corner. Don't you go anywhere. We love having you around for the ride. You're watching Daily Flash. That's your Flash Travel. Air, land, and sea. Spelled S-E-E. It's a play on words. Get it?
This is Tim. Tim is all about time, and if you've ever had a chance to look into Tim's cold, dead eyes, you'll see that it's time for you to follow us on social media. Sure, there's 10,000 social sites out there, and we don't have the time to name them all. Seriously, just ask Tim. So take the time to look for Daily Flash TV on your favorite social sites, and start following us. That's all the time, Tim. Goodbye.
Oh, welcome back to Daily Flash. You know, a heart-healthy diet just got a little easier. Here's how you can actually incorporate lean beef for a flavorful, heart-conscious option at mealtime.
Prioritize heart health in a delicious way. New research is revealing that lean beef can be eaten 4 or more times a week. Here's registered dietitian Dr. Shailene McNeil.
You don't have to give up tasty foods like lean beef as part of a heart-healthy diet. Research studies show that including lean beef in a balanced diet can actually help you maintain healthy cholesterol levels. A tip, look for the words round or loin in the name of the beef cut.
More than 36 cuts of beef meet government guidelines for lean, proving that the options are unlimited to find a meal that's delicious and heart-healthy.
There's a lot of ways to enjoy lean beef as part of a heart-healthy diet. Here's a few of my favorites. Spicy Korean beef cucumber appetizer, a great starter. A beef confetti taco salad, protein packed. And a sun-dried tomato beef tri-tip with peppers and sweet potatoes.
For more recipes that are Heart Check certified by the American Heart Association and research information, visit beefitswhatsfordinner.com.
Ahead of the new season of Bravo's Summer House, reality TV personality and entrepreneur Lindsay Hubbard is here to offer her fresh take on dealing with the stress of tax season.
It is no secret that tax season can be super stressful. People get frustrated, people get activated, and in fact, a new survey shows that 1 in 5 people are so frustrated with their taxes that they want to throw their phones, which is why I've partnered with Straight Talk Wireless for an exclusive tax season offer where customers can get a free Samsung Galaxy A14 when they sign up for the Straight Talk Silver Unlimited plan. So my biggest tip for tax season is to file early. Gather all your materials and make sure to file as soon as possible. Obviously, the closer you wait till the deadline, the more anxiety you're gonna have. So definitely get those taxes filed as early as possible. Summer House, here we are, season 8, and you know, I think it's a really fun season. You're gonna have a lot of fun with us, and we have epic themed parties. We have 2 new guys that will bring a fresh energy to the house, but this was one of the most fun seasons to film in a while. Maybe the ending will be a little rough on me, but for the most part, I think that fans will have a really good time with this season. Okay, for more on my tax tips, go to straighttalk.com.
All right, here to talk and discuss why a cruise just might be what you're looking for is travel expert and editor-in-chief of Cruise Critic, Colleen McDaniel.
It's the season of love and friendship, and there's no better way to reconnect with your loved ones than with a bucket list trip. Cruising provides the ability to visit multiple destinations in one vacation and only unpack once. Companies like Norwegian Cruise Line offer unmatched variety and value with an array of accommodations, world-class entertainment, exquisite dining, and much more. For your next vacation getaway, embark on one of NCL's fantastic European itineraries, sailing from Barcelona, Rome, Lisbon, and other top cities. Or, if island hopping is at the top of your list, Norwegian is the only cruise line to offer 7-day inter-island Hawaii voyages from Honolulu all year round, featuring nearly 100 hours of port time to explore 4 islands. For a limited time, Norwegian Cruise Line is offering 50% off all cruises, plus their free at sea offer, where guests can enjoy free perks including unlimited open bar, free specialty dining, and more. For more information, visit ncl.com.
Next up, a reason to celebrate for a huge group that focuses on heart health. Here's more.
The largest volunteer organization dedicated to fighting heart disease is celebrating 100 years of life-saving work.
Since the American Heart Association's inception, death rates from cardiovascular diseases have declined by half. There are many facets to heart disease, and everyone can be at risk. That's why our 2024 goal is to improve cardiovascular health for all, including identifying and removing barriers to healthcare access and quality.
Learn more at heart.org.
Hey, we want to help you get spring ready with all the essentials, and we're calling on 2 experts. Audrey McClellan, she's the founder of MomGenerations.com, and Brianna Keene Bryant of BJ's Wholesale Club. Hi there, ladies.
Thanks for having us. Yes, spring is here, and BJ's Wholesale Club is your one-stop for all of your spring essentials, from your household goods to your groceries and everything in between. They have it all. You know, I love, with my kids that, especially now that they're still in school, I'm here every week for, my breakfast items, lunch, after school snacks, dinner items. They have everything I need, and I just love, again, that it's in one spot. I was even telling Brianna last night, I grabbed a rotisserie chicken on the way home, and that fed my entire family of 7.
Yes, that's right. We take great pride in offering the freshest foods at an unbeatable value at the highest quality, too. We help our members save up to 25% off grocery store prices every day.
And one mom hack that I love is that they have an exclusive brand called Wellesley Farms, and you're going to get that great value, but also tremendous quality. And I love that I'm able to get Wellesley Farms. I'll get my milk, my fresh produce, my cheeses. You can even get muffins and croissants. And not only that, too, I love that, hey, today's my son's birthday. I can get a custom birthday cake right here at BJ's for him.
And happy birthday to Ben. Yes, at BJ's, we really are that one-stop shop for busy families. So you can get your fresh seasonal options. I love our bakery with our custom cakes and breakfast items. And we can't forget about our full-service deli right in the club. And speaking of own brands, I know Audrey talked about Wellesley Farms. We also have our Berkeley Jensen brand to help with all of your spring essentials, from your outdoor seasonal decor to your cleaning supplies. And it's so easy and convenient to join as well. We have over 240 locations, so you can join and become a BJ's Wholesale Club member today by finding one of your local clubs or just right online at bjs.com.
So happy spring, and we'll see you at the club.
Now entering its second season, Daily Flash Latino. Designed for the American Latino audience, Daily Flash Latino hosts Jessica Reyes and Fabian Marcano deliver their fresh perspective on the latest entertainment news, celebrity gossip, fashion, health, and more in both English and Spanish, aka Spanglish. Daily Flash Latino builds, connects, and celebrates the diverse Hispanic audience.
Take up your chin, por favor, mi amor. Fabian, por favor.
Lígale la cara. I'm enjoying this just as much as our viewers are enjoying this right now.
Daily Flash Latino, trending news and entertainment with a splash of Spanglish.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. Dermatologist Dr. Marissa Garshik joins us with the scoop on the best beauty buys for winter skin, hair, and more. Hi, Dr. Garshik.
Thanks so much for having me. Well, Neutrogena, of course, is an iconic skincare brand, and they have a new Hydro Boost water gel refillable jar and refill pod. It's the brand's first refillable jar and pod designed with sustainability and skin hydration in mind. It delivers 6 times more hydration versus untreated skin in a lightweight water-like gel formulated with a signature fragrance. The moisturizer instantly quenches dry skin with a powerful boost of hydration, clinically proven to last for 48 hours. And the water gel refill pod uses 89% less plastic compared to their refillable jar, and the moisturizer is ideal for normal, oily, combination, and acne-prone skin too. It's just a great innovation for Hydro Boost fans who find themselves needing to restock their Hydro Boost water gel regularly. When the first starter kit jar runs empty, you just twist and remove the empty pod and replace it with a refill. You can get these exclusively in-store and online at Ulta Beauty. Now, you should never forget about the hair on your head, especially when these cold winter days can cause our hair to feel dry and lifeless. But what's worse is when products leave it feeling heavy and weighed down. This is new herbal essences with pure plants of aloe and camellia flower oil. There are 11 collections that feature a blend of certified pure aloe and camellia oil for lightweight, deeply nourished hair for all hair types and needs. These are cruelty and paraben-free, and many collections are also sulfate-free. Plus, new bottles of herbal are now made with 25% less plastic versus herbal essences Smooth Rose Hips 400 milliliters. And for curly hair, the new apricot oil is amazing. For color-treated hair, pure grapeseed helps give you up to 4 more weeks of vibrant color versus non-color shampoo. Plus, there's frizz fighting, daily moisture, volume, repair, and more. New Herbal Essences is available now at all mass market retailers nationwide for just $9.99.
My wife is all about the skin. When she goes out, she's the one that the hat that's like this big and the long sleeve shirts, and she's like...
And the zinc oxide
yes,
on the
the
nose.
zinc oxide, everything, and then has to come home and listen. But she has beautiful skin.
She
so
looks
there you go.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yes. Timeless.
Well, we appreciate you spending your time with us.
Yeah, for more information on today's show or any of the stories we mentioned here, be sure to visit dailyflashshow.com.
Y'all take care. We'll see you when we look at you.